TypeBoost is another in a wide plethora now of tools that use AI to increase productivity, to do all sorts of things. But in TypeBoost's case, this is a productivity boost. It lets you input audio and text, and then using a series of customized prompts, and it ships with a bunch by default, you can take that input and manipulate it in different ways. It's cross-platform, it's system-wide, it can access almost any text field. And in this video, I take a quick look. I am Christian Schiller, and in 2026, I am starting this new series of short 5 to 10 minutes, it depends on the tool, videos where I'll go from step 1 to trying to do something useful with the tool with no prior knowledge. So there will be bumps along the way. Today is the turn of TypeBoost. Let's get stuck in. So this is the website, TypeBoost the AI. It's trusted by a lot of people, apparently. Got AI command palette. I'm sort of trying to understand quite what it is. I'm not completely sure, but I've downloaded the application. They very nicely gave me a bunch of credits, as you can see here, that apparently I've used some. Don't quite understand how. I haven't done anything yet, but there we go. But I've opened the documentation page here as well to just sort of, I don't know. I find that description a little bit unclear. I sort of want to know what I can do with it. It lurks up here, doesn't do a tremendous amount, and I have some bad news. Unfortunately, it is an Electron application. I don't like Electron applications very much, but there we go. All right, so what do we do? Apparently, it works anywhere. Select text. Oh, Lord, I need AI for my voice today. Select text in any desktop app. Hit your shortcut. I don't know what my shortcut is, but let's carry on. There we go. Allow microphone access. Sure. Allow accessibility access. The classics. There we go. And I think we're done. Allow automation access. Sure. I think that, there we go. All right. So there it was. Create your personal prompt toolkit. Shorten text. Sure. Pass formula. I don't know what that means. Make it formal. Can I add more? Yeah, I'd like to do that as well. Translation to German, that's quite helpful. I mean, a lot of this is built into the operating system. Quick capture to do. I actually have some custom shortcuts set up for these. I'll show you. Actually set to go to Obsidian. Yeah. Create idea. I'm going into that right now. Maybe that's another time. Voice, brain dump to structure. So these are sorts of things I actually do want, but whether it will put them into the applications I want is, regex, love it. Create your toolkit. Okay, control space. Now, control space is not a good shortcut, I think. I have that. Oh, it is, okay, it is set. I thought I had it set to something else, maybe not. Select the text below. All right. So we get this pop-up. Yeah, it would be nice if it was a pop-up menu instead. This shows you it's an Electron app and not kind of a system app. So there's the other ones there. All right, let's make it formal. Give it a try. Okay, sure. All right. Change the shortcut. I think it'll do for now. Continue to voice mode. Let's see how that's going to work. I will keep an eye on the video recording to see how well that's going to work. So I'm making a video about TypeBoost. I think I'm going to go through the steps of installing and setting up, seeing what it can do, and seeing if it can replace any of the other tools I already have. So let's do that. So you can see it's connecting to an external service here. This is one problem. I guess it's not entirely what I would have expected, but it's fine. Okay. All right. So control space, control enter. I have to think then for a second. Open settings. So here you can actually change some of the prompts. So the type, I mean, there's not going to be spelling grammars in a voice prompt, I suppose. And then the prompt here. So in essence, it's all just a series of prompts. Actually, some early AI applications used to do similar things. I covered them in a video some time ago. I honestly cannot remember the names of them anymore, where it was just basically a series of prompts that connected to OpenAI servers. Could be doing something slightly similar. But yeah, it's really what it is. We just have voice, text, all, and then the prompt as far as I can see. Yeah. So that's basically what it is. All right, well, let's see how it goes. Continue. Got it. Let's go. So apparently this is going to work in any application. Let's see about that. So what should we try? So I was thinking of making a video on this, but I didn't in the end. So let's select everything and we'll control space. There we go. I want to make this a LinkedIn. Polish LinkedIn post. It's quite long for a LinkedIn post. And I've also got Markdown format here, which I'm not sure if LinkedIn supports that. Let's see. And it's not going to replace text because this is a web browser. So if I click that, nothing's really going to happen. Write an article, that's what I actually wanted there. Yeah, it doesn't support Markdown, so that's not massively helpful. All right, what else could we try? An application as you could see from some of those shortcuts I was showing you earlier, I often like to use Obsidian, which is non-native. It's also Electron. So let's see. I've had this sort of file I've been just slowly going through and adding lots of video ideas. So I could really there's images in here. I mean, I don't think it's going to handle the images, but let's see. I'd like to figure out, maybe it can get me some sort of structure from this, that kind of thing. So let's copy it and we'll control enter. Okay, that's still there. But it's obviously got a bunch of images here that it's not going to work with. I mean, we can just get rid of those. It would be nice if you could see this list. Like, oh, you can. It's a very small list. It could do with it being bigger list. I'd kind of like to capture an idea. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. So if I replace the text, it does work. Let's try an Apple Notes maybe. I just know from some talks I've seen that Notes has some strange ways it formats things. I'm trying to find something that's going to work here. Maybe this. Note I took ages ago about freelancing in Germany. Why not? Let's keep it open. So it's taken the text already. Maybe we'll translate it to German. Without going through this in any great detail, it's still going as well. So we'll replace the text. Yeah, it changed the formatting, but there we go. And maybe let's, just out of interest, translate it back. From memory, I think that's about right. I mean, the interesting thing is I had some German words in there. For example, trade business, Gewerbe. I think you can also see somewhere here I had some German originally. Yeah, I think this is here somewhere now. Yeah. So, I don't know. Insert below. Let's see if that works. No, that just added it back in. All right. So I'm going to take it back to what it was. I'll stick to my original note, I think. I feel like in some respects, the voice side of this might be the more interesting one. Let's go for some translation again, but we'll do it with audio this time. So today I am making a video on a new AI tool called TypeBoost. So far, it has some interesting ideas. I have seen these ideas in other applications, but the fact that you can switch between text mode and audio mode is quite interesting. But beneath the surface, it's just a series of prompts that you could use in other tools. Let's see. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I feel like I spoke more than that, but that's okay. So, I mean, I think we get the idea here, really. It would be nice if it was a bit more system native. And I mean, to be fair, in macOS, you can also get these sorts of things often in services. And none of that will show up here because it's Electron. So I think that's pretty much it. Where is TypeBoost? It's running in the background. Set a shortcut. We did that. How to do it in any app. mean, you select the text, it pops up. Again, if it was actually in place, that would be nice. Pick a prompt. It would be good if that selection was a little longer, and then basically do it. And that's it. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of tools like this at the moment. I kind of feel like it could be more system integrated. I think Raycast adds some features like this, and that is a little bit more system native. You could trigger some shortcuts using the new Spotlight and do things like this too. There's tools like PopClip. There's tools like Mac Whisper. There's a lot of tools that now do this, but it's Electron. It's cross-platform. I am fussy about my Mac apps, so there we go. I'm not necessarily going to like an application that is not as completely system integrated as it says, but it does actually capture all the text from everywhere. So that is certainly correct. Let's have maybe a quick look at pricing. So 1 million characters per month, 30 total prompts, 20 active prompts is $5 a month. Even the free plan is a fair bit. I think the pricing is relatively comparable to some similar tools. And if you go through API calls and things like that, this is basically how you're charged. And that was TypeBoost. Hard to say if it's something I'm going to stick with. I think I have a lot of other tools that do similar things, but maybe it appeals to you, especially that cross-platform nature. If you are used to that world, I tend to prefer my tools more Mac native, so that's where my preferences lie, but it's simple to use, it's simple to customize. If it appeals to you, then take a look at TypeBoost.ai. I have been Chris Chinchilla in this new video series for 2026, where I go hands-on from square one with a tool or a service. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can find more about me at chrischinchilla.com, or of course, click any of the links below the video. Liking, sharing, leaving a comment, subscribing, everything is appreciated. See you next time.